Hi, my name is Matt Dethorn, and today I will be speaking about why enterprise systems are so difficult to implement and operate in a multi-brand, multi-geography company. For demonstration purposes, let us look at the ERP system and some of the main reasons in which companies implement it. While we all understand at this point that ERP and enterprise systems are not synonymous, it is difficult to find information on enterprise systems without direct references to ERP. As you can see, standardized global operations and integrate systems across locations fall to the bottom half of the list. The reason for this may just be due to these implementations being so difficult to pull off successfully. We will now talk about some of the challenges that make enterprise systems implementations so difficult for multi-brand and multi-geography companies. Let's first talk specifically about multi-brand companies and the challenges that they face with implementing and operating enterprise systems. Even within the same company, there is oftentimes competition between different SBUs. From my experience, this is mainly due to acquisitions, which many times have enterprise systems installed that do not match what the parent company already has in place. There is also a sense of pride that comes from working with your specific brand, and acceptance to change is often a major roadblock to implementing common enterprise systems. Different SBUs also have different business processes in place, which are tailored to their individual success factors. Success factors that can vary based on specific business units can be lead times, production pace, suppliers, raw materials, and transportation and logistics. Because these factors can vary between brands, the enterprise systems are usually customized to meet their needs, making it increasingly difficult to operate in symmetry across brands. Moving on to multi-geography companies, many of whom can have multi-brands as well, the same challenges will be in place. But there are also other specific issues that come into play with multi-geography companies. Some of these include language barriers, legal differences, VAT or value-added tax restrictions, time zones, unit of measures, and cultural differences, just to name a few. All of these factors will require any enterprise system to be set up differently in the region it is implemented in, thus causing the possibility of data confusion between the SBU and corporate offices. There is also the common problem of deciding exactly how much to customize when rolling out enterprise systems, and if not given serious thought, this alone is enough to derail any enterprise system implementation. We have learned that every enterprise system implementation will be required to have at least some customization. The question becomes how much is too much and how much is not enough. An unwillingness to be flexible with what we do with enterprise system implementations could potentially cost a company some of its customers. Just simply rolling out new systems does not guarantee a better process. Oftentimes, customers can dictate how a company needs to operate if they want to continue to do business with them. Implementing a vanilla enterprise system could also lead to a loss of uniqueness in the market. Oftentimes, specific brands to a company and even different regions have practices in place which create a unique offering for its customers. By attempting to standardize across the board, some of the strategic advantage that was previously in place could be compromised. Davenport mentions the Federalist operating model, which is a model described as rolling out different versions of the same system in each regional unit, tailored to support local operating practices. This will allow local autonomy to be preserved while maintaining some degree of corporate control. While this model sounds great on the surface, it certainly introduces even more complexity into the implementations. This extra complexity can tie back to the challenges we spoke about earlier that both multi-brand and multi-geography companies face. Let's now put all of this information together and look at a real-world case featuring Nestle. In 2000, Nestle signed a $200 million contract with SAP to implement a number of enterprise systems with a goal of standardizing processes globally. With over 230,000 employees in 80 countries around the world and a plethora of brands, this is a great example of both a multi-brand and multi-geography company. Before the implementation, the individual businesses in each country had complete independence to operate how they pleased. The thinking was that the SBUs knew best and provided a competitive advantage over the competition. When the implementations began, each business was forced to abandon their existing processes without ever being involved in the design process or being trained. The workers no longer knew how to manage their day-to-day processes. With little to no buy-in from the SBUs across the globe, the project was forced to stop and included the project manager being removed as well. It took over 1 year to reevaluate the implementation plan and start up again. After a new team was put into place, SAP began to be rolled out, and after just 1 year, it has been estimated that a savings of $325 million had been realized. This is a great case to use as an example because it demonstrates both success and failure of the implementation. 3 key factors that allowed Nestle to turn around their efforts were getting the correct people involved in the project, implementing a timeline around the requirements instead of the other way around, and choosing customizations wisely. The lessons learned in this case are a good starting point of how a multi-brand, multi-geography company can help ease the pain of enterprise systems implementations. Before I conclude, I would like to present a question for discussion. What are some actions that these types of companies can take in order to minimize the pitfalls and risks associated with these types of implementations?